Well, downtown is thriving. You know, we have a lot of folks here on the weekends, and it's just a great place to come to. As you know, it's just a nice place, nice environment and setting here. And we've got a new restaurant fixing to open up called Rains here, and they should be open probably, I'd say, in time for the Fall Festival, which is coming on, which everybody loves that, and that's fixing to happen, where we have the Scarecrow Contest. You might remember that, and we'll have some really good arts and crafts vendors here, handmade stuff, nice stuff, music, entertainment, and of course all of our other stores will be open here that have arts and crafts, such as Mountain Made, and we have the art gallery here on the square. We've got some other great restaurants, Brooklyn Pizza, Blue Heron, the bakery. And of course, we've got Swamp Fox Distilling, and just the Framery. We have a lot of things here to enjoy on the square.
Well, we're talking about updates. You and I were just talking about the old mill site, cotton mill site, oil mill site.
Right.
What's the latest on that?
Well, right now, council is very committed to getting that cleaned up, and we're trying to work out a situation with the owners. We're trying to understand the challenges that they're facing with it, and we're trying to work with them to get something done very quickly on it. So we're hoping that that's fixing to happen. I can't guarantee you that, but I'm very optimistic about it at this point, because we would really love to get that cleaned up, because there's so much potential there for developing that area of Main Street in that direction. And we would like to work on maybe a small area plan there and have maybe a mixed use development in there, maybe part commercial, part residential, and that sort of thing. I think it'd be a great place for that, because that seems to be the direction that development is going off the square, is in that direction on Main Street. So we'd love to see something really positive come of that, and that's what we're working to do. It's a very expensive process. And another thing I will add to that is, if you wanted to hear a complete recap of it, you could go on our website, and there's a link there which would take you to our YouTube account, and you can see, if you would look at the previous council meeting, which was on September the 6th, our attorney was present, and he explained a lot of the options on there. So rather than me getting into all those details, if someone is interested, that's a very good place to get that information, because I know, while we mean well sometimes, we fail to get the information out there so that everybody can understand it and can really know what's going on. So that's a good place, if anybody wants to know more about it, is just go to our YouTube site and click on that link. It's on their website, and you can watch. I would watch the September 6th council meeting, and our attorney Daniel Drazen, he lays it out in pretty good detail as to what our options are and what we're considering.
And last time we talked, we were talking about expanding. I know you're doing some landscaping stuff, expanding down the downtown area. How's that coming?
Well, it's getting there very, very good. We're working on a parking plan, and we've got that, and we hope to get started on that before long. Council wants to make the parking more available, and we hope to add, I think the last count we had maybe about 400 to 450 parking spaces in the downtown area here, and that'll help things a lot. We're also working on a neighborhood revitalization plan for West Queen Street, and we are still in hopes that that's going to work. Of course, it's contingent on us getting the money, getting the grant for it. Part of that is we have to collect information, because it has to do with it being LMI, which would be low to moderate income. So we have to kind of prove that. We have to get the information from folks about their income. So it's really important we have that to be able to get the grant. As time has gone on here, we have less of that here in Pendleton because of the growth, and we have people living here that make more money now in a lot of cases than they used to. So there's not as many areas in town that are LMI. So this is really important to us to get this done. We hope we can. and that'll impact North Mechanic too. We're working on that. And another thing downtown here we're fixing to do, which is you might consider it to be a small thing, but we think it'll be something very enjoyable. We're going to put in some swings here on the green too, and that was approved this past council meeting on the 6th. So I think everybody's going to enjoy that, to sit out here in the swing and just relax. And that'll be positioned up here next to the old guardhouse building on this end of the square. We've got to do something about the parking, because we have a lot of people come here now. As you say, it's a destination. We have a lot of people here on Friday and Saturday nights. So that's something that's going to be really important. Not only here, but even if you want to, take a walk down Main Street there, East Main. There's a lot of people go there. We have the Pendleton Brewing Company down there, and they get a lot of folks in there. They have a lot of entertainment, and it's a good place to go just hang out and relax. So got a lot of people coming into Pendleton, into the downtown on the weekends. New housing is coming in pretty fast. There's a lot of growth, which, yourself, it's a double-edged sword. So we have to work hard to try to maintain the character of the downtown, and while still, I guess, embracing some of that growth, because it does a lot for us financially to be able to provide services, and otherwise you're raising taxes to get things done sometimes. So the growth is a positive thing in one direction, but we're trying to make sure that we set high standards for it, and as high as possible, depending on what it is and where it is. We have a lot of growth out on 76 and 187, and that's a little different. It's a little different than what's out there than what we'd expect here in the downtown.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because remind people how that's benefited Pendleton annexing that property.
Well, it's brought a lot of revenue in for us, for one thing, and it's allowed us to do a lot of things that we probably wouldn't be able to do otherwise, because of that growth and the money that it's brought into us, and that's been huge. It's a lot of these nice things we're getting accomplished now are because we have money to do it, or to make the match. If we're getting a grant, we try to get money that's available from grants and from government sources every chance we get, but a lot of times there's a match to that. And another thing we're working on right now is a TIF district. I don't know if you've heard about that, but there's an area that we'd consider to be a blighted area here in town called Village Hills, and the infrastructure's in really poor condition there, and there's just a lot of poor quality housing and hardly no housing left in a lot of cases. Mostly it was mobile homes over there, and it qualifies for a TIF district, which is TIF is an acronym for tax increment financing. And basically the way it works is you would take the tax money that comes from new development in that area to fund a bonding program, so that would pay the bonds off. So we hope to be able to bond it for somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe $25 million, so we can go in there, and it could be a little more, a little less, but which would allow us to go in there and fix all that infrastructure, fix the roads. We would have a developer come in there and they would build new houses, hopefully a variety of which, some of them more affordable for people that need a more affordable housing, and some of them that would be more costly. So hopefully we would have a mixture of that over there, maybe even some townhomes. And there's another proposed development coming in over here possibly that just got approved by the Planning Commission, which is the Morton Farm property. You might have heard some on that. That would be included in the TIF district, as well as the government subsidized apartment complex over there. And we can do a lot of things with that money. We could build a new fire department with it, we hope to do, a new public works facility. We could possibly renovate the doghouse with it, which is the old gymnasium. For those people that don't know what the doghouse is, I know you and I do, but if you don't know what that is, that's our old gymnasium. So it'll let us do a lot of things and really just dramatically change that whole area of town and bring it up. Yeah, so what we're trying to do with that. So we're really excited about that. I think that's going to be something that's really going to have a huge impact on town. But there is so much growth around us here, not only Pendleton, but Anderson and Clemson and Seneca, and this whole area here is growing dramatically. So it's coming. It's just how we handle it is the question. And there's a fine line there as to where you go with that, is to make it a positive thing versus not a positive thing.
You mentioned the doghouse. How's the recreation program growing? I know you were talking about y'all trying to do some more stuff with that.
Yeah, we're trying. Council decided to allow some, put some money in the budget for a recreation director, and so far we've been unable to get anyone to fill that position for the amount of money we have allocated, but we're still trying. So we hope to improve that program. It's been run by what we call the PRA, which is a volunteer organization, the Pendleton Recreation Association. And we want to try to get a little more involved as the town is concerned, to be a little more hands-on and manage that, and hopefully help them improve it. So we have a lot of people that come in to participate in the PRA, and a lot of them are out of town people. They live in the county but not in the city. So it's a struggle for us to get all, to really bring in all the funding for it from just what we take in, when so many of the folks don't live in the city. So we have to charge them or something. And we're looking at a lot of avenues to bring it up. One would be we could possibly partner with some other municipalities around us, like Clemson and Central, so we get more bang for the buck that way, and they do too. And the other thing would be, I guess, if the county could come in and help us some with maybe a special tax district or something here. We would love to see them come to the table to help us bring that up, because it is a good thing. It is a good thing to have a recreation program. People love it, and that's one of the things they enjoy. So the more people we have here, we want to provide them with the things they want, and that would be one of the things. The other things, that TIF district we mentioned over there, we're trying to make sure that it's going to be, all of those areas are going to be very walkable and connected, and have some amenities like some parks, some walking trails, and make it really nice for people to improve their quality of life when they get here.
How's the hospitality tax helped with some of that?
It's helped a lot. Unfortunately, our restaurants have been very successful here, so it's been a huge boost for us, and it looks like it's going to grow some more. So that's going to help us too. We can do a lot of things with that money, because we're trying to do a lot of things. So some days you just have to pick what you can do for what you have, from the side of the funding side. So we're also increasing the size of the police department. We're buying some more police cars. We're going to put on some more police officers. We're also putting on some more people, trying to put some more people in public works. And we need more good people in there too to get things done, so that we do things in a timely manner, like pick up your trash, pick up your brush, do just the basic things that you love to see happen when you live in a municipality like this. So all those things are super important. They're the things that you don't think about sometimes. Everybody likes the neat things that we're doing around here that look good, but at the end of the day, you also want to be able to provide those basic services. You want to provide good water and sewer. You want to provide other things like trash pickup and brush pickup and so on and so forth, and of course public safety. So having a good police department, we're really all about that too.
Growth costs money too, right?
Growth costs money. Yeah. But hopefully in the end of the day, it'll make it better for all of us.
Over the summer, I know you started a music series. You've had some other events here to have pretty good events in the summer. That go pretty well? That's
been going good, yeah. The Historic Foundation's been sponsoring a lot of that, and it's been going really well. I think we've got one more of those left. And yeah, it's been a big hit. It's been very nice. The Fall Festival is always a huge event. We have the Scarecrow Contest. For those that don't know anything about that, people put up scarecrows and they compete for prizes and bragging rights, we'll say. So it's a really neat event. When I first heard about it the first time it happened, I sort of laughed and thought, oh, nobody's going to really care about that. But I was really wrong. And it's been very popular. It's a lot of fun, and everybody loves it. And so that's been a huge draw. And then the whole event itself, as I say, we're going to, you have so much stuff here that you can look at that are handmade goods and items for sale that you won't see anywhere else, probably. And the entertainment here is first rate that we bring in for that, and the food, and it's just a great event to just relax and take in, have a good time.
And I guess just right on the heels of that, within 8 or 9 weeks, you got the Christmas parade, right?
8 or 9 weeks later, got the Christmas parade. Yeah, that's it. So we'll be looking forward to that as well. That's always a lot of fun.
The lighting.
Yeah, so our tree lighting, our Christmas tree lighting will be, as it always is, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving. It'll be on November the 25th. And then the next big event we'll have will be the Christmas parade, which will follow a few days later, and it will be on Sunday, December the 11th, and it's at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.